We're gonna talk about the time I lost this thing. Holy shit. In a previous video, I mentioned how this little guy got lost. Today, you are going to see some unseen footage from that documentary that wasn't meant to be shown. How are y'all doing today? I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope this video makes your day just that much better. Anyway, moving on to the topic of what we're talking about with the video. This drone is, I gotta tell you, they make these things like borderline stupid proof. Like, you gotta be blind to crash this damn thing. I was up in Englewood, New Jersey with my friend Jason and my friend Mo, and we were filming a documentary on Rob Ferretti. And as I've touched on previous videos, there's a lot of planning that goes into all this stuff, and one of the things that I knew that I was going to film and needed to be filmed was aerial shots. When it first launched and I was looking around and saying to myself, you know, this stuff really isn't that interesting. You know, houses are nice, but it wasn't very eye-catching. It wasn't something that I thought was very interesting to look at. So I told Jason, I said, listen, this is what you gotta do. I'm gonna fly the drone sitting in the back of my car. You're gonna be driving us around, and I'm going to be following you guys with the drone, maintaining a connection so we can go more places and fly that drone. Perfectly reasonable idea, except when you don't change the damn battery. Now, before I get to that, because that really is the main point of all of this, I want to mention something about these things. They are amazing pieces of machinery, but they're not miracle workers. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys exactly what happened with this thing. It's pretty comical, to say the least. Switching to lapel microphone now. Oh my God, it's cold. Woo! All right, this is the drone sync clap. Drone sync clap. Drone sync. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly the drone around and I'm gonna get it to low battery just so you guys can see what happens on my screen. The problem became, we were flying this drone around and we had no idea where we were driving. When I was flying this down at Ferretti's, I was north of like 400 feet. Like, it wasn't exactly legal, but you know, the thing was, the way I figured was, it was only gonna be up for about 10 minutes or so, and I wasn't really flying anywhere where there were any airports or whatnot. So you see, the thing is, me flying around here, if I was having a car follow me around, I'd know where to look because I've been around this area, I know this development. When I was in New Jersey, I had no idea where I was flying, let alone having Jason drive me around to follow the drone. So we easily got lost. I'm getting the shots that I want, I'm moving around, but I'm not keeping track of where Jason's driving, so every now and then we'd start losing connection. Can you imagine you're just driving around, you know, flying, and all of a sudden you lose connection and you lose what the image is displaying? That is not comforting at all. However, DJI knows you're stupid. They know you're gonna do stupid stuff like this, so what they have in here is a return to home button, whether it has a video feed connection or not, because when you lose connection, so to speak, it's not like connection of the whole drone, it's just like the video feed, it can't see what it's going on anymore. You press that return to home button, it starts going back to wherever you launched it. But I figured that out, and I realized to myself, okay, every time I lose connection, I'll just press return to home, and as soon as I get a connection back, I'll just keep flying, right? This is where we get to the good part. A typical DJI battery just charged will last anywhere between about 20 minutes and 26 minutes. Depends on the health of the battery, blah, 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 blah. But within the software, it will tell you what your battery percentage is. So say it starts getting low, duh, you can land the bird and you put a new battery in it. By the way, let me also just show you guys, I want to show you my screen real quick on my phone. You can change this where you want this to be, but notice the critical battery warning does not go away. Every time you fly these things, there are two built-in battery warnings. There is low battery, which you can set anywhere between 25% and 15% or higher. And in this particular drone, I don't think the Phantom 4s do it, or maybe this is out of date, there's a critical level. At 10%, this thing will just start landing. All right, so right now where it is, this is, you know, this is a pretty, see, critical low, look at it. It's landing right now, look right here. This X is grayed out, I can't hit it. It is now landing itself. It's landing, look. It's just landing itself magically. That's pretty good. And it'll just stay on doing that. It'll turn the blades off. Now, since I've been using a Phantom 4, I didn't know this. I didn't know this thing had that. When your battery hits 25%, or whatever your low battery is set to, this thing will immediately stop what it's doing and it will start returning to home. Or a little bit after it hits low battery, it will start doing that. But either way, it will start returning to home. At any percent before critical level, you can cancel that. And many people do, because of course at that 25% they'll be getting the shot or the last shot they need. So they'll say, screw it, I'm gonna cancel it, get the shot, and then I'm gonna return home. Well guys, that's exactly what I did. I got the last shots I needed. I was done at 12%. At this point, me and Jason, we are nowhere near where we originally lost the drone. In fact, I bet we are probably about a quarter mile out from where we originally started. I'm flying this drone, getting the shots I need, and then I tell it to go home. It starts going home. The damn thing hit critical while going home. We had no idea where we were. Like, I mean, we almost had to use Google Maps just to get back to Rob Ferretti's rental place once we were done shooting, you know, the drone shots. That's a really big problem when this thing starts just landing itself. So the thing is flying, you know, towards home, and then it hits 10%, and it stops in midair. It just starts lowering and lowering and lowering. I'm trying to move it around and it's not letting me do anything. It's not letting me move it forward or backward. I keep trying to fly forward, it's not letting me fly forward. I turn the camera down to look at where it's going, and I realize it looks like it's about to run right into a tree. At this point, I'm panicking. My heart is going like this. And then the worst thing happened right after that. And then the connection goes out. The connection goes out and we don't gain connection again. Like I said, we had no idea where we were. We didn't even know where the drone was even landing. We never saw it in the air. We were doing exactly every single thing that the internet says don't do when you're flying a drone. We have no luck. We can't find it. We have no idea where it went. Hell, we couldn't even find what the damn drone was looking at right before it lost connection. We were screwed. I am basically on the verge of tears because of how much money I had just spent on this thing and I had just lost it. And right at the beginning of the shoot, man, like talk about negative energy. I felt so bad after this happened. I didn't want to film, I didn't want to be there, I was cold, it was bad. I kept telling myself if we go in to film cinematic shots of the cars inside the warehouse, it'll get dark by the time we're done and we'll never find the drone again. We probably looked for another 20 or 30 minutes and we had no luck at all. It wasn't there. We finally give up and I start filming my cinematic shots. I feel like shit, but I kept telling myself, this is where you are right now. You've lost your drone, you gotta get over it. You're not gonna not film this documentary just because you lost this drone, okay? You are going to film. So I did. I filmed my cinematic shots, I filmed Rob, I did everything I was supposed to do. And this is where DJI saves my ass completely. A couple of the shots in the documentary are kind of like point of view shots. I'm looking at Rob while he's driving his Ferrari, like while he's inside. Of course, for that, I have to be in the car holding the camera to get those shots, and that's exactly what happened. We're driving around, he's talking, I'm talking, we're just having a conversation while I'm filming. I bring up what happened to the drone, and he says to me, well, did you check the video cache? Well, before you got here, I was flying my drone. Yeah. And those have like the DJI ones, they've got like built-in now, like fail-safes basically. Yeah. Well, not fail-safes, but the battery levels. Yeah. You can cancel it. Nice. And I canceled it, but the thing is there's another one built in that's called critical. At 10%, it will just land. Yeah. I don't know where the fuck it went. Oh, really? I have no clue. And that's $700 on the toilet. I need to find that before I leave here today. I don't care. Where was it? It's somewhere in a tree. That's the last thing. Oh, it's a tree? No, because what happened was it was landing and Jason's driving me around and I'm, moving, and all of a sudden I lose connection and it's landing itself and I have no idea where it was. Where? Do you have the video from it? No, because it was on the SD card of the drone. But it doesn't go to your phone? I can check. It might. Yeah, if it recorded on your phone, I could find it. And when he said that, it dawned on me. One of the built-in features, unless you disable it, it is on from factory, is when you fly these things, it records like the last 2 gigabytes of whatever you see on this screen. Not what comes out of here. No, that's like 4K video. Now I'm talking about just the little, video preview that comes out of the phone. That's cached inside the phone. Rob says if you show me the last video cache or you can find or pull it up, I can tell you where it is just by the topography. Like I'll see from the topography where you were driving. Yeah, right. Rob takes one look at the thing, he opens up his laptop, he types in a couple things, he pulls up on Google Maps, that's where it is. So we got the address, we drove over to that area and we started walking around looking for the drone. Mo was holding the big ass controller like this, looking at the screen. Jason and I are walking around, looking around at everything. Now unfortunately, I didn't record us walking around and actually finding the drone. I feel stupid for not doing so. But while Jason, Mo, and I are walking around, I say to myself, I look at Jason and I say, it doesn't matter if we look for days. Mo's gonna be the one that finds this. So we keep walking around, we're looking around, and finally, all of a sudden Mo screams, "Jim, look!" Lo and behold, this drone is sitting perfectly up against a roof. I'm saying to myself, this is a miracle from God. Like, I mean, I cannot believe this thing is not hurt at all. And the fact that it's even in one piece. The props are in perfect condition, the body's in perfect condition, everything is perfectly fine on it. But to give you a better idea of just how amazing these things are, okay? You gotta watch the footage. This drone maneuvered between a roof and a giant tree. You can see it when it's coming down, it's moving a little bit left and right, and that's because of these sensors right here, okay? It came down, it bounced a couple times towards the roof, and it just sat there recording all day until the battery finally went kaput. Absolutely nothing short of a miracle. But you know, guys, this really taught me kind of two things. One, don't ever buy anything besides a DJI drone. The second thing it taught me was change the fucking battery when you can. All of this could have been avoided if I had just flown the damn thing home and just changed the battery when it was remotely low. Like, I had a second battery, it never got used. With that, guys, that's gonna conclude the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it for me. Also, if this is the first time you're seeing my stupid ass, you wanna make sure you click the subscribe button for me. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that crap. With that, guys, I hope you learned something. I hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you later.